We'll go ahead and move to the last question. So I'm gonna kind of tie these two questions together for our panelists. We kind of went over it a little bit, so feel free to kind of answer however you'd like. Um, what did you find most challenging about transferring to a new school? And how did you navigate those feelings? How did you keep yourself grounded? So we'll go with Mahpiya first.
So whenever I first went off, as a transfer student, it was difficult. I was living in Kansas at the time and I felt homesick. Not gonna lie, I'm used to being around my family and everything. But one thing that really helped me not to be homesick and stuff was making connections on campus. We had a trio program at the time who offered so many great things, so many little programs on our university, and they also helped me to keep up my grades, gave me opportunities out there. So that was probably one of the biggest things, and it kept me busy. It kept me busy. I was going in there to do my homework, and then soon, we'd be heading to the gym or we would be heading to KU because Haskell's just right there, and making more connections at a bigger university. And so that was probably a hard and challenging thing for me, but I navigated. My mom also sent me care packages to let me know, it was so cute. It would be like the smallest little care package full of goodies and stuff, but it's like, "Hey, you're doing a great job." And I was living in the dorms at the time. Like I was living off of ramen noodles, I was living off of, the microwave stuff, but those things helped me. It felt like, wow, I'm doing a great job. This makes me feel a little bit like I'm close to home. So make sure you have that support system. Find your safe spaces and your safe people so that they can continue to encourage you on this path.
That's really sweet. Thank you. Samuel.
Sorry, I have to have you repeat it one more time. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, so what did you find most challenging about transferring to a new school, and how did you navigate those feelings and keep yourself grounded?
Yeah, I think here, I mean, like I live near the big city now. Like I'm from the rural ass Oklahoma, and like now I'm near New York City and Philly. And so that was cool in a way, but it also, again, it's like there's no native people in New Jersey. Like it's really sad. So that to me was probably the most difficult thing is like, oh my God, what have I done? I'm like away from the thing that is one of the most meaningful things. So that's really hard. But again, I come back to that, like maybe this perspective shift of being able to like even just look forward and backward a little bit on this. Is like, okay, I know I'm doing this for a particular reason. Like my tribe got me into school at all, like both Princeton but community college, like they helped me get my GED. So I know that like when it comes time, who I'm coming back to. And so that's one of the biggest motivating factors for me is like knowing that this is for me, of course, but this is for my community and my family too. And then the other thing, I don't have like, just like beating. So like I beat a lot and like tonight I'm going, there's somebody there's like an Osage and a Mandan Hidatsa and a Rikara, a friend of mine who like we're gonna beat tonight. So like we're beating moccasins, all of us. So as soon as I'm done with this call, we're gonna go eat dinner and then we're gonna beat. And so like you find your community, you always will. I think it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to like be sad, like it's okay to be homesick. Um, you have to like also tell people whenever you're not doing super well. I think that's the other thing is like a lot of times we get stuck in like either I have something to prove to myself or my family or my community or this institution, or you're overwhelmed and you forget that like it's okay to ask people for help or even just to like, hey, I need your ear for a minute because this is happening to me or I'm really stressed out. So I think that's it for me is like feeling okay, not being okay. And also like telling people I'm not okay and like, hey, I need a little help. Or like, I love calling my mom or my dad too. That's what I do. Is just like talk to my parents for a few minutes or my brothers. So yeah, I mean, life is just hard. I think that's what I'm realizing more and more the older I get is that both makes less sense and you realize like, wow, it's like not easy. And I think, just even thinking about like Mahpiya right now, like to be a parent, I think especially, like in the midst of all of this, like, I look back at like my mom who raised me as a single mother, and it's like, how do they do it? And I think a lot of it's just like your people, and you have to like have this little bit of motivation. So yeah.
Thank you, Sam. I'm so happy that you also found your community away from your community. It's awesome. And then Shannon, what did you find most challenging about transferring, and how did you keep yourself grounded?
I think for me was a little bit more different from Samuel and Mapia just because I am an online student. The most challenging thing for me was making that connection with professors. The the program that I'm in has is environmental science, and it has a lot of um, things where you can do research if I was in person. But being an online student, I'm not able to do any type of research or be a part of any type of program that offers that. So that has been the most challenging, is trying to get that hands-on training or research capabilities to do that. So that's been the hardest about being an online student. But I'm just trying to reach out to professors and letting them know I do want to learn more. I do want to be able to gain that experience. So um, they do try to help send me different programs where they're having a chemistry research lab training in a few weeks. So I applied for that. So hopefully, I'm able to attend that and to get that hands-on experience. Um, the main thing that I think has really helped me transition from being at the community college to a university has been my family. My family has been a really huge supporter, and they understand, like when I'm working, I have to work. They understand that I can't be at certain family events because I have homework to do. And I think that's the main thing that you have to kind of reiterate to people, that it's okay to say no to um, different things that come up. It's okay to say no, like, no, I got to do my homework, or no, I got to rest right now, no, I need a little bit of me time so I can rest for my big exam, or no, I have to do my homework. I have an exam coming up, so I need to study. So it is difficult to say no, especially to family, but that, like what Samuel said, the whole reason I'm going for a degree is not only for myself, but for my community. That's like the whole reason I want to get my education, is for my community. And if I can't help my community, I want to be able to help like all natives, all indigenous people. And that's the main thing I think about when I say, no, I can't go to the birthday party, I got to study, or no, I can't go to the movie with you, I got to do this. I think about the outcome in the future where, when something comes up, I'm gonna be like, yes, I can help you. Yes, I can do this for you. Yes, I will, help you do whatever to help the community or other Native communities get more funding, more education, more policies in place, water issues, environmental issues, health issues, just anything. So it's just kind of hard to say no at first, but you just got to remind yourself that the outcome of your educational goals will help. Um, so I guess that's the main thing that keeps me grounded, is, I'm not doing this for myself, but I'm doing it for my community and all Native people. I'm trying to think of that. So yeah.
Thank you, Shannon. That was a great reminder that, we we are thriving in spaces that weren't really designed for us or made for us. And the important thing is that we are putting ourselves first, and that we're listening to ourselves, and that you are finding your support system, whether that be staff, other students, people within your community, people within your tribal community, if they're in the area that you're transferring to, finding a safe space after you've completed your transfer process can support you in more ways than you can think. And so I want to thank my panelists this afternoon for joining us and lending their voices to our transfer advocacy. So thank you, each of you, so much for opening up and sharing your experiences and your thoughts, and sharing some wise words for the people who attended today. Thank you so much. And now we'll go ahead and do our closing. So I want to thank our panelists again so much. We do have our post survey that you can complete. Completing this post survey will enter you in a raffle drawing for a new Lenovo laptop. So please complete our survey. Let us know how we did. If you have any words you would like to share with our panelists, you can put it in our survey, and I'll share that with our panelists. So thank you so much for being here tonight and for joining us and for listening to our scholars and being empathetic. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you all would like to say before we close the call?
Thank y'all for coming, and you got it. Transfer and keep the journey going.
Thank you, everyone. Don't forget self-care. If you're a college student, take care of yourself so you can accomplish everything else.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Just remember, everybody's educational journey is different. Yours and mine, everybody looks different. So wherever you're at in your journey, I'm proud of you. Just keep going. You know, it'll come one of these days. You'll have that degree on your wall, and we'll all be proud of you.
Yes, yes. And I am proud of all of our scholars and our student ambassadors, and I'm proud of you all tonight. So thank you so much. I'm going to end the call now. I hope you all have a great evening wherever you are. Bye.